Welcome to Morning Joan, the hottest podcast in town, where we dish out all the latest celebrity gossip and news. I'm your host, Joan, and I'm thrilled to have you joining me today. Grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into the juiciest stories making headlines. First up, we've got Fergie celebrating a major milestone. Her son Axel is turning 12. Can you believe it? It feels like just yesterday she was rocking out with the Black Eyed Peas, and now she's a proud mom to a preteen. To mark the occasion, Fergie took to social media to share some adorable photos of her little man, and let me tell you, he's growing up to be quite the cool kid. With his stylish hair and charming smile, Axel is definitely taking after his famous parents. Fergie and her ex-husband Josh Duhamel may have gone their separate ways back in 2019, but they're clearly doing a great job co-parenting their son. In fact, Josh has said in interviews that they have a seamless co-parenting relationship, with their shared goal of raising Axel to be a kind and compassionate young man. And it's clear that Fergie is devoted to her son, often referring to him as her punky pie. Isn't that just the sweetest thing? But enough about Fergie's family life for now, we'll have more on that later. What's interesting is that she hasn't ruled out having more kids in the future. In a 2018 interview, she said, "Never say never," leaving the door open for possibly expanding her family. Who knows? Maybe we'll see Fergie announcing a new pregnancy soon. We'll be keeping an eye on that, but for now, let's move on to some other celebrity news. We've got updates on Kevin Costner's love life, Blake Lively's thoughts on Taylor Swift's engagement, and so much more. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a morning full of tea and gossip. We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan, dear listeners. I hope you're all doing marvelously today. We've got a fascinating segment for you now, all about the latest happenings in the world of film. You know I love diving into the realm of cinema, and today is no exception. So, let's get straight into it. Have you heard about Darren Aronofsky's latest project, Caught Stealing? It's a gritty thriller set in Lower Manhattan, and from what I've gathered, it's quite the wild ride. The film boasts an all-star cast, including Zoe Kravitz, Matt Smith, and Bad Bunny, to name a few. But despite its stylish visuals and talented ensemble, it seems like Caught Stealing might be falling a bit flat. According to critics, the movie prioritizes style over substance, with characters that feel more like caricatures than fully fleshed-out people. And at the center of it all is Hank Thompson, played by the charming Austin Butler. Or should I say, the too charming Austin Butler. Apparently, his character's supposed to be a troubled soul, struggling to come to terms with his past, but Butler's just too darn handsome and charismatic to really sell that notion. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Joan, what about the plot? Well, let me tell you, it's a bit of a messy affair. Hank gets caught up in a drug dealer's mess, and before he knows it, he's being chased by Russian mobsters, Hasidic gangsters, and a hard-boiled NYPD detective. It's all very intense and action-packed, but somehow, it just doesn't quite come together. I have to wonder, what's going on with Aronofsky's career lately? He's always been known for his visually stunning films, but it seems like he's prioritizing style over substance more and more. I mean, remember? The Whale? That was a powerful story, but it felt like Aronofsky was more interested in showcasing his cinematographic skills than really exploring the depths of the human condition. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on Caught Stealing. If you're a fan of gritty thrillers, you might still want to check it out. After all, it's not like there's a shortage of exciting movies out there. But if you're looking for something with a bit more depth and nuance, you might want to keep looking. And that's all for today's second cup of tea, folks. Stay tuned for today's last cup of tea, right here on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan, darling. We're wrapping up today's show with a juicy segment that's all about the Benjamins, honey. We're talking about the most expensive celebrity divorces that will leave your jaw dropped and your wallet crying. From Michael Jordan to Harrison Ford, these A-listers have forked out millions, and I mean millions, to part ways with their significant others. Let's start with the basketball legend himself, Michael Jordan, who paid a whopping $168 million to his ex-wife Juanita after 17 years of marriage. Yes, you heard that right, folks. $68 million. But MJ isn't the only one who's been hit hard in the wallet. Kenny Rogers paid $60 million to his fourth wife, Marianne Gordon, after 16 years of marriage. And Lionel Richie? He coughed up an estimated $20 million to his ex-wife, Diane Alexander. And then there are the Hollywood bigwigs like Harrison Ford, who paid a staggering $18 million to his ex-wife, Melissa Matheson, after 18 years together. Steven Spielberg didn't get off scot-free either. He paid $100 million to his ex-wife, Amy Irving, after just 4 years of marriage. But what about the musicians, you ask? Well, Mick Jagger paid $25 million to his ex-wife, Jerry Hall, after 9 years together. And Neil Diamond paid a whopping $150 million to his ex-wife, Marcia Murphy, after 25 years of marriage. Now, I know what you're thinking, Joan. These numbers are insane. And you're right, they are. But when you're playing with millions, the stakes are high and the payouts are even higher. So there you have it, folks. A rundown of the most expensive celebrity divorces that will make your head spin. It just goes to show that when love turns sour, the price tag can be astronomical. That's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay fabulous.